I mean, it's interesting because I think that there are valid criticisms of Occupy Wall Street, certainly, but then it's also like, part of the reason it fizzled out was because the the protesters were like mowed out of their protest zone by the police with helicopters and noise machines and batons. Those sort of things plays a role.
Yeah, I forgot who said it, but
Yeah.
someone said it, and someone said, and it just made it's perfect way to say it. Occupy Wall Street didn't fizzle out; they were crushed in one big
Or
blow.
they were driven out.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but I think that they still, and I think though it's not at all an excuse for any mistakes Occupy Wall Street may or may not have made. But, when you think about it, after the financial crisis, Occupy Wall Street was the first major social movement in America that actually was addressing the issue, right? Like the Tea Party went through this economic crisis, and the first thing they went is they were just, those damn unions, we need to get rid of them. Like the Tea Party was this complete non sequitur that had nothing to do with the causes of the crisis. And then the Tea Party, it came a little bit later, but it came in 2011, and you finally had a movement that was actually talking and pushing on what the actual issues were. And I don't know. I think that I talk about lack of focus, but I think they brought Wall Street corruption. They brought income inequality. I think they did bring those things to the table. And that's always going to be to Occupy's credit. And the stuff they're doing at a grassroots level, like protecting people from, home foreclosures.
Oh yeah, if we're gonna even go beyond just the Occupy Wall Street movement itself, I mean that movement it created multiple grassroots movements, from Occupy homes to Occupy Sandy, which was amazingly
Occupy Sandy in New
needed.
York City, just so folks know, outside of New York, after Superstorm Sandy, Occupy Sandy was more effective at delivering aid to people, helping people who were suffering from having their homes destroyed, electricity knocked out.
In some
The
parts
NYPD cooperated
Yes.
happily with them because they were just so effective.
in some parts of the Rockaways and Staten Island, they were literally the only emergency relief even bothering to help those people there.
Absolutely. They were there on the scene before a lot of the major, marquee organizations like the Red Cross. And that was huge.
To go even further,
Yeah.
also with Rolling Jubilee, Strike Debt.
Absolutely.
I believe they hit over $1 million in debt, just gone from all these people. I think they chose randomly. I think it ended up being a group of people in Kentucky. Their medical debt just cleared.
Their medical
wiped.
debt was cleared. And I remember, I was having a conversation with a friend at the beginning of the Occupy protests. And I said, at the time, however this turns out, this is like a greenhouse. This is an incubator. And a lot of things will come out of this that will, fail. And a lot of things are going to come out of this that will succeed. Because the point of this is that people are meeting and they have the right basic understanding of what's going on, and great ideas and movements and practices and businesses and social movements, all sorts of things are going to come out of it like that. And they have. And in that sense, I think it's a huge success.